Hi everyone, I want to show you with this video how to build a full song, a full trance song with simple move of course, and using only the Tb3 and a drum machine of course. So in this case we use the Tb3 just like melody part and bass line part. But first of all the boring part, because I want to show you a little bit of structure of the song for a more clear idea about all the song. So let me show you. We got an intro, a pre-verse, verse, bridge, solo, verse, pre-out, fill and outro. It seems a lot of part, but I can promise it's not so difficult. Let me show you. I choose the pattern in order the line of the bank, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and you can find these items just like this. CD are a couple of patterns, everyone is 32 steps, so this couple is repeated 2 times, then other 2 times, and this is the drum machine scene. I simplify a lot this because we have only 4 parts, A, B, C and D. So what does it mean? In the intro we have 2 patterns, C and D repeated 2 times with the scene A, then again 2 times but with the scene B of the drum machine. Then a pre-verse, G, A, 3 times for G and 1 time for A, repeated 2 times with scene C. Then the verse, B, C, 2 and 2, what does it mean? 2 times B, 2 times C, repeated for 2 times, and the drum machine is in the same scene. So it's not so difficult. It seems a lot, but I can promise it is not so difficult. First of all, let's check out the sound setup. I use the A7 sound, of course the bank is the 7, so the lucky 7, and the cutoff is open a lot, resonant not so much, accent doesn't matter, and effect in half position. Another note, when you select the A7 in envelope mode, you are here, but you have to push with your finger here, in this zone. This is the correct sound, so remember this. Then back in the keyboard mode, the sound, the melody is pretty simple. I show you briefly. So of course I made the simple one. So this is very simple, but you can see all the evolution in the very part of the pre-verse, verse, solo and bridge. Another important thing, when you go in the pattern, take a look at the step rack, 32 steps, and of course of the swing, select to 0. Okay, then I'll show you another little trick. So, where is the tricky part? I wanna show you, because all the song has a melody and a bass line in the same step sequence. How do that? So first of all, I short the length because the 4 steps show you all the trick. So let's go in 4 parts. Then listen. This is the melody, 1 note, rest, 1 note, rest and go on. But if you add another note, for example in the step 2, for example the A, you got a nice triplet. This is a technique very useful in trance music. And if you add, for example, the root is C, free step a C lower. You got a melody with melody and bass line in the same step sequence. So this is the technique. Let's begin with the intro. The intro is composed by C and D, 32 steps and 32 steps. Let's see the first. We start with C in the higher position. Let me show you in this. Okay, C in this position, rest, and then A, and again, rest, A, C, A. Then we change with B, rest, and G, okay, so this is for the full length. Very simple. The second part of the intro, same technique, start with A, rest, F, A, rest, F, A, rest, F for the first 16 steps. Then a little change, B, rest, G, B, rest, G, till the end. Okay, this is the intro. Then let's go to the pre-verse and the bridge and the other part. Okay, is the same. So let's go to the G. Then I show you why I choose this position for the sequence, because in my opinion is more easy if you use your right hand. For example, the solo is in the bank 8, A and B. If you use this, then back in the verse, just here. So for less move for your fingers. But before, let's go with the pre-verse, G and A. So G, start with A, B, C in the higher octave, A in the lower, this is the bass line, then B, C in the higher octave, A, B, C in the higher octave, then A in the lower, so this is the other bass line, bass note, sorry, then B, C in the higher octave, A in the normal, B, C in the higher octave, and then this is the bass, C in the lower, okay, then again another bass, G in the lower, A in the normal, B in the normal, G in the lower, A in the normal, B, G in the lower, A in the normal, B in the normal, G in the normal, A, B, G in the lower, A in the normal, B in the normal, and the last one in G in the lower. It seems pretty hard, but if you go slowly in the video, you can do easily. I'm sure of this. So this is the sound. Very well. Now the A, that's the second part of the preverse and the bridge. Let's start with B in the normal, C in the higher, D in the higher, sorry, B in the lower, C in the higher, D in the higher, B in the normal, C in the higher, D in the higher, B in the lower, C in the higher, D in the higher, B in the normal, C in the higher, D in the higher, and D in the normal. Okay, then G in the lower, C in the higher, A in the normal, G in the lower, C in the higher, A in the normal, G in the lower, C in the higher, A in the normal, G in the lower, C in the higher, A in the normal, G in the lower, C in the higher, A in the normal, and the last one is A in the lower, okay? Probably I put intermediate in this video because I know it's pretty not difficult, but you have to pay a lot of attention. So let's go in the verse, in the main verse. So the B, step rec. Let's start with A in the normal, C in the higher, again C in the higher. This is the bass line, A, but in the lower. And again, this is all the same. Now we have a change, A in the normal, B, again B, A is the bass line, and then so on. It's the same for all the 16 steps. Okay, this is the second part of the verse. Same technique. Let's start with G, B, B again, then the bass line, A in the lower, and then so on. Now the change, G, A, again A, then the bass line is A in the lower. Okay. Well done. So let's go with the solo. Very easy too. So the first part is the A, and this is just like the verse but without the bass line. So let's start with A, C in the higher, again C, now the rest, then rest, then A, B, rest, and the rest. I hope you like this kind of music, because I choose just like 90s success, just like Legend B, Last Love. If you like this, probably this kind of melody, remember this period. So the second part is B. Then let's start with G, B, again rest, then G and A, rest, so for the pre-out back in the bank 7 and select E. Start with A. Again C. Pay attention, because when I show you this, you can see the higher octave and the C is here, but when you write on your keyboard is this C, so don't select higher, because you have to push A, and then this is C for all the higher octave. This is a tricky explanation, but I don't know why the Tb3 show you the C here in the higher of indeed of this position. Okay, so see, A in the lower, but it's show here, so pay attention about this. A in the lower, now a little bit of change, A. Okay, in this case you have to select the higher, because you have to go in the D. Then back in the normal and in the lower and select A. Okay, and the F, of course, and luckily is the same of the C, so you can paste and copy the C. Okay, so all the tricky part is done. Don't worry, try to write with passion, calm, relaxing in a good time, and then let me show you other trick. So, about the drum kit, the drum machine part, I prefer don't explain nothing because of course everyone has a drum machine different. But in my opinion, very simple part, 4 part. So the A is silent, nothing, only the melody. The B part is only kick and hi-hat. The C part is the main part, the verse part. So you can add some snare, some hand clap, what you want. And the D part is the part with the fill, so a lot of snare, a lot of clap for the final scene, for the final scene. My last suggestion is pay attention at the structure of the song. This will be very useful in my opinion. And then select your sound just like you prefer. If you want to add some filter, you can do, but pay attention to the bass line, because the melody has to be clear and the bass line not so much dark. So try to be in balance with melody and bass line. I know it could be pretty difficult, but you can do very well, of course. So let me know if you like this video, and then check my demo in hi-fi mode. Regards.